morning. It's Tuesday, November 9th. I just finished meditating. And just for those of you that know, like, I pray when I meditate too, like, but my prayers are different now. Like, it's just me talking, like, and thanking God, and then when I process, like, my thoughts and my events really from the day and from this past year, I just I can't help but just think about the craziness and the synchronicities and just how everything has unfolded, really. And just being grateful for it, for being grateful for every single moment. Abraham Hicks came out with well, not that, I don't know when it was really recorded, but the cartoon little thing in the well-being website or YouTube channel. It talked about, like, find a way to always be grateful for for the challenges, even for the mistakes, right? Because everything is purposeful. Everything is purposeful. And you want to acknowledge it and be like, all right, but then the best is yet to come, and so it's like, so it's not this element of faking it, because there was a part of me at once that thought, well, gosh, do I have to fake it? Like, I'm feeling lousy. Right? I'm feeling lousy over a situation that maybe is really painful, right? Or is getting me stuck. And but it's all about your perspective on it, right? And that's one of the things that I'm working with my clients on is it's your perspective on your situation, right? And how you look at your behaviors, how you look at you, the parts of you, right? And I had a client, I think I might have mentioned this story, where she talked about lying, the need to lie. And in our conversation, right, we found out where it came from, right? This element of she needed to lie because when she was younger, the trauma that she experienced, she would survive by lying, by getting out of not getting in trouble, right? In order to not get in trouble, she had to lie. And so whenever there's a threat emotionally, right, there's this need to lie. And I told her, I said, because when I modeled a different way, I'm like, of communicating, right, what's going on, she's just like, I'm hearing you say it, and there's a burning sensation within me. She's just like, that I can't. So then I stepped back. I said, okay, then don't. Go right ahead and lie. If that's what makes you feel safe, go right ahead. There's no right or wrong about it. It's serving a purpose. Until we're able to replace it with something else or do some healing, keep doing what you're doing, because that's what's helping you survive. So it's all about how you look at your situation, right? These challenges that come up, and allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling, but coming out of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? The golden nugget, the silver lining. Like, what useful lesson will you take from this experience? Because that's what will help you expand. That's what will help you expand. And I was thinking about yesterday's meeting with Ria, and just wondering, just realizing too, right, that she's either a missionary or a teacher of Buddhism. Just this repeated theme, right? With Gary and meeting Candid. It just this is repeated theme. And I asked Ria, I was like, is this how Buddhism views the self? Like, I have questions, and I'm making adjustments in my book of religions. Like, I'm crossing stuff off and just making it to make more sense for me, really. And then I realized, like, there's still a few more chapters that I'm needing to finish for the Bible, so now that I reconnected with someone from my past, who we used to go to church together. So he wants to meet up on Friday, which I'm grateful for, because I've always enjoyed his company. We've always been able to have really great conversations, and so yeah, so there's that. But really, just that idea, right? Of I woke up this morning a little bummed out when I woke up, and I even spoke to my higher self, right? Because that's really who I'm connecting with, is my higher self at this point. Because my higher self is the connection to Source, right? Source comes through me, right? As Source comes through all of you. We're all spiritual beings. But I miss the waves. And I realized too that I hadn't really made the time. And then I haven't really had many dreams aside from that last dream of being in the closet. So this morning I woke up, I was a little bummed out. I'm like, I miss you. I'm speaking to my higher self, right? Like, I miss you. Where are you? So I meditated. So that's what I saw. It was very light movement. But there was this, all the movements were very light. And there was like a kissing at the top of both sides. Kissing like that. Very lightly. Very lightly, very slowly, very softly. And then there was kissing, but it was through the middle. It was through the middle. Like right at the horizon. Like it was just like that. Like the kissing. So it was at the top. And then the middle, and then there was this movement, almost like a shadow. So it wasn't really the waves going all the way across. It was like the shadow of each side was just like it. So I didn't see it all, but I felt it. So I would see the progression of it, but I don't know how to explain it. So I could see it started off, and then there was like a not a ripple effect, but the continued motion, but it was like almost invisible, but I felt it. So it felt like a shadow, like it was just like a shadow over, and from both sides. So do one side and then the other side, and then I think that was it. Oh, there was a feeling that got evoked. It was there was a moment where there was it was like parallel, but there was and I was trying to figure out if it was repelling, if that was the action, repelling, or is that it's not an emotion, right? Repel, it's an action. Repel. Or push back. I can't tell the difference. Because repelling is more like I'm repelling someone else, right? Like I'm pushing someone else. There was this sense of like pushback almost. But with that was what was evoked. I can't. I'm trying to emotionally connect with that. But that's what that's what it was triggered. Yeah. So it's raining. I love that it's raining. I had to move my car, and I moved it all the way to Burnett Heights. It's not a far walk. So one of the things that I love about moving my car, and the things that I don't want to say that I don't like it. I mean, is it like, oh, I gotta move my car? Yeah, but I'm making the best of it. So I enjoy the walks, and so I had to move my car this morning. The great thing about walking around the neighborhood is that I get a feel for the different communities and where I feel safe, really. The more I know, the more I see, the more I feel more safe, right? And I know which areas now. I'm like, okay, you know. And actually, it's a pretty safe community. It's a pretty safe community. I mean, there's a few little pockets of stuff going on, you know. There's homeless people, and but for the most part, it's a residential area. So it's there's certain places, especially like I like parking around schools. That's where I parked. Folsom, and on the other side of Cesar Chavez, and it's right next to Catholic school. So I don't have to move my car until next Monday at noon. So I was thinking I was thinking about wanting to go back to Land's End Trail. It's been a while, or even Golden Gate Park. I have yet to cross the bridge. That's one thing I realized a couple of days ago when I was walking, that I had yet to cross the bridge. It's 10:10. So maybe that's what I'll do on Monday. I don't know. But I can leave it there. It's like a 25-minute walk. But it's a nice walk. I don't mind it at all. I went through the birth chart class, and I learned a little bit more about aspects. And a lot of it is really understanding the different zodiac signs in the sense of in the sense of their characteristics and the energy, and then the houses as well, and the planets. Understanding the energy from the planets. So it's just a lot of like, I just got to do it over and over and over again. Because lots of time that's how, got an itch. That's how I learn. It's just repetitive flashcards, you know. It is time consuming. So now I can understand why you know, people charge what they charge for them. It's I mean, it takes some time. Like, if you get a really good person to do it, it takes time. So I'm excited to meet up with Miss Christina in a couple of days and just chat a little bit more. Definitely gonna ask her if I can record the session again, and then I'm gonna ask her if she can teach me, how much she would charge me to help me understand it a little bit more, and because I like how she presents the information. So yeah, I have a lot going on in that sense. Just, I always find stuff to keep me busy. I don't think I ever get bored. There's always something that catches my attention. And I like that. So it's 10 o'clock. I have a whole hour to myself. I'm gonna go back and read the cards for today, and read my Bible and read my religions book, and yeah, keep at it. That's all I can do. Just keep at it. Alright, take care. Bye. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node. design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is, great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we felt we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and